We are transplanting my Philodendron plowmanii into a bigger pot. As you can see, it is fairly small. It's just in a little 6-inch pot. Hi, Henry. There's Henry. He likes to help. Okay, one of the important things about transplanting a new plant is making sure, that you choose the right size. I technically could probably even go a little bit bigger. This pot is 2 inches taller and wider than the one it's currently in. But the plowmanii is a crawler, and so this would be growing on the jungle floor, making its way along the loose jungle, like all the debris on the jungle floor. I start by putting, several inches of soil on the bottom. I'm not positive how much soil I'm gonna need. So one way of doing that is, I'll set this in, like, oh, that's close, it's kind of gonna fit. Or setting it next to it kind of gives me a good idea of how much soil I'm gonna need to put on the bottom so that the plant itself is sitting up at a nice level. But you can always add more soil, so it's not a huge deal. My next step after adding my soil is I have to get the roots out of this pot. I have shown you before, but because I don't have an actual tool, which they do make, I believe they're called hori knives, I use a butter knife, and I like to slide it just along the edge, trying to loosen the roots from the side so that it comes out nice. So I'm just gonna make my way across the whole way. I didn't bring my tripod with, so I would have to do all this with one hand if I'm going to record it. So I'm just going to explain what I'm going to do first, and then probably have to do it off camera. So I went around the edge with my handy dandy butter knife to loosen it. Next, I did bring a garbage bag over. I know it's not practical, but I'm in an apartment, so I do what I can. I'm going to do this over the bag. I'm going to tip it upside down and hope that the plant just slides right out of the pot. So wish me luck. I want to add, when I'm repotting, I do like to hold the base very secure as I dump it out of the pot. So I'm going to bring this whole thing upside down. I want to hold on to this so that the rhizome doesn't snap, and hope that the dirt lands right into the garbage bag. Okay, so I was able to just turn it upside down, and the soil and roots came out really easy. As you can see, it was pretty root bound. There wasn't too much soil even left. So definitely ready for an upgrade. Next step I did is holding it over the trash bag to try and not make a giant mess. I also have this awesome potting mat that I was gifted by my friend Kia. This works great because I can wash it, I can sweep it, it rolls up. So anyway, I'm going to lightly just break up the roots and the soil as much as I can because it's pretty root bound. Oh, so I got my son to hold it for me so I could show you what I'm doing. I'm really just lightly like sort of wiggling and massaging the roots and the old soil's falling off. And I would say that looks ready for a new pot. Okay. Now you want to just start adding soil back into the pot. And I'm using, like I said, really chunky, nice soil. I get this from the plant shop I work at Area Botanicals. We make it there, and we use regular soil, we add perlite, we add kiwi bark and charcoal, just so that it's a nice, fast draining, loose soil. Okay, I've added enough soil, I believe. It's just really lightly over the rhizome. The plant itself is resting on the tip. it's possible when I water, I'm gonna lose a little bit of soil. So I like to start off with a decent amount. And voila, it's in its new home. The plowmanii is really cool because let me show you. Look at that roughly flat petiole. And yeah, beautiful leaves. All right, last step is giving it a nice water. If the roots, like if the soil had already been wet and there was a lot of soil still next to the roots, I would wait a few days before watering. I don't want to overwater, but this was dry. As you saw, the roots were really pot bound and there wasn't a ton of soil to even sit wet. So this will be much happier.